First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
This is what's called a vicious cycle. Fans yell at officials, more officials quit, fewer people want to be officials, quality of officials goes down, more fans yell at officials. Be a part of the solution. Act with respect and be officially human.
Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome inside the DeHornley Center on a Tuesday afternoon. Something feels a little bit off on the clock here. SSC hoops at 3 o'clock on a Tuesday, but it is getting close to the holiday season. Not many students around, a few fans in the building, and not a bad crowd considering Tuesday as it continues to grow into the evening when the men's play. And 5-5, the Spartans are 1-2 in conference, 1-3 on the road. Fighting Knights 7-3 overall, 2-2 in SSC play, 3-2 here at home. We will now honor America with the playing of the national anthem, and then Jeff Winter will have the starters for today's game for you. And thank you, Jeff Winter. So ready to go here. Spartans and Fighting Knights get a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Jesse before the game. He's enjoying this young group. He's got 10 freshmen and sophomore in kind of a rebuild process here this season for Tampa. Likes the way this team is learning, growing. Some more teaching he's got to do with his coaching style with this young team. And his keys today is guard without fouling, get back in tempo, and try to get Lynn to play at Spartans tempo, which is in the half court. Coach Julia Tucker, her keys today: limit point paint, aggressive, get to the free throw line with some aggressive offensive attacking as Tampa turns it over in their first possession. Hit perimeter shots, and of course, rebound the ball. Lynn is a +5. All the concern, I mean, Coach Hudd stressing that with a little bit of an undersized team, but they are a +5 in the rebounding margin on the season. Straight on three, Wentworth heeled the rim, and the long rebound corralled by Palmieri. Palmieri, the sophomore out of Italy, pull-up jumper is well short. Kind of pulled the string there. That's one that Georgia will typically knock down, having a quality year. Is Palmieri, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists per game. So Ortiz getting the start here today for Coach Hudd. They go in the post. Wentworth whips it over to Baker. De Leon hooks it up, wouldn't drop for. And here come the Spartans. We're scoreless here through the first minute. Palmieri uses a high ball screen. Popping out is Diaz. This is where they'll go. And Lynn quicks to triple team and a steal by Wentworth. McCodlow 3-on-3. Searching for an advantage. Takes it to the rim herself. Goes to the left hand and scores. Trinity McCodlow very adept with that offhand, the southpaw. She can hurt you going strong side right or weak side left. 1-3-1 Lynn defense here as they switch it up. They'll be watching Ryan Franklin in the post, who averages 16.7 rebounds. Diaz wide open three, elects not to take it. Now a tougher shot is drained. I guess they knew what they were doing. Step back, long triple hit by Amy Thompson. As she shoots at 44% from beyond the arc, the sophomore from Stillwater, Minnesota. And I'm sure it is Stillwater right now because it's probably frozen. That pass deflected out of bounds on the pass denial by Thompson. 3-2 Spartans. Couple minutes in. So Ortiz getting the start. It'll be Tiffin coming off the bench. Wentworth 3 in and out. And the rebound over to Olivia Davis, junior from Sarasota. So Ortiz out there for defense. Mid-range jumper tapped over to Ortiz. Lim would rather have that shot from Franklin, certainly, than up close. I'd rather keep her in the mid-post. She shoots at 54% from the field. De Leon. De Leon for 3. Heel the rim. So Lynn 0 for 3 from 3 to begin this game. Tampa by 1. On the bounce, Davis fades, shoots, rim's no good. And a tie-up on the rebound. Coach Hudd applauds the effort as a possession arrow favors her Knights. So both teams cold shooting to begin. 1 for 4 for Tampa, 1 for 5 for the Fighting Knights. Lynn shooting at 40% on the season. Tampa 48%. And an offensive foul on the screen set by De Leon. So Palmieri will take it up. She'll face the 1-3-1 zone. Thompson, a 3. That's good. They're going to have to find Thompson. They had to have her circled on the scouting report at 44% three-point shooting. But she has hit 2 early on, 2 for 2. McConnell going left again. Shows right, goes back to her left, and picks up a cheapie against Franklin. And Ryan upset with that call. That's a tough one. Whistled against Franklin. She looked like she had pretty good position there. Savvy move by McConnell, working her way to the line. Coach Jesse very displeased with that call as his big picks up her first. McConnell, 64% and rising from the free throw line. Trinity doing it all for the Fighting Knights. 14.7 rebounds, 3 assists per game. She has 10 steals and will be on the opposition's best offensive player for the majority of every game. Nice work underneath, and the first bucket for Franklin. Baker faked the 3, puts it on the deck, knifing in. That wouldn't drop. So the cold shooting continues for Lynn, 1 for 6. And there she is again. Thompson, 3 for 3. Book it. So Thompson, the Minnesota player, liking the warm weather down here in the Sunshine State, heating it up from distance. And the Spartans lead 11-4. Timeout, Lynn. So the Fighting Knights again without freshman star Tessa O'Leary here today. As De Leon, nice move to the hoop, everything but the finish there, got a little far under. That lob pass and quality effort to save it. Good hustle by Diaz. Palmieri on the bounce, she is quick, goes to the right hand, lays it up softly, and it rolls in. Pretty move by Georgia. And a little nudge trying to gain position underneath called on Wentworth. That's not much there. So Wentworth gets called for her first foul. Just trying to establish position in the post. 13-4 Spartans. Now that ball tapped out of bounds. So Fighting Knights, rough start with 2 turnovers, 1 for 7 from the field. Spartans were 1 for 4. They hit 3 of their last 4 shots. Double high pick, settling for the 3 and draining it. Palmieri, the Italian. I remember having a big game here last year. She can play. 16-4. Pull up Jay Wentworth. Francis the rebound. Alana turns, spins, and puts it in. So nice effort from Francis, checking in off of the bench. Drawing contact, no whistle, as Thompson was hoping to get to the free throw line there. Tampa by 10. Big screen by Francis. McCodlow turning. Tiffin in the game for Lynn, trying to provide a spark offensively. McCodlow, deep three. So Fighting Knights now 2 of 10 from the field, 0 for 4 from three-point territory. Meanwhile, the Spartans have hit 5 of their last 6 field goals. Diaz fires a pass through the hands of Pickens, and Coach Hudd said, where was the foul? They call a little shove. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Coach Hudd said, where was there a foul there? Looked like that pass maybe just a little too hot to handle. Pickens, 6'3" freshman in the game. Turning left, and that's a walk. 3 turnovers for the Spartans, 2 for Lynn. Rebound advantage 6-4 Tampa early. See if we can get Tiffin going here. She can be electric offensively. Ortiz. McConville around a screen. Tiffin, nice bounce pass. Francis turns to her right, puts it up, no good. And now 2 for 11 for Lynn. 2.5 minutes to play first quarter. Palmieri on the bounce, guarded by McConville. Great matchup here. 2 terrific point guards here in the SSC. Davis, then Diaz. They dare her to take that perimeter shot. Top of the key jumper right through. That looked like a pretty smooth release from Diaz, who averages 12.7 rebounds. Nice cut, and that won't drop. So Lynn continues their frigid shooting. Diaz, left elbow quickly to her left, draws a hold. That may be fortuitous for Lynn, because that was going to be a layup. So not a bad foul at that point, only it is bonus time. And Diaz, who shoots at 65%, grad student out of the Bronx. And into Boca. Did they count the basket? That was a continuation? Lynn was still standing at the foul line. I was like, oh, she's only going to take one? We'll take that. That was a generous NBA continuation. And now another offensive foul. That will go on Wentworth. So DeLeon back in. So a 2.5 minute scoring drought for Lynn. And here comes Jean Glaude. Jean Glaude, solid offensive player, the young freshman from Weston, Miami Senior High School. So a minute and a half to play first quarter. Footer hits the front rim. Tiffin the rebound off of the miss from Pickens. Jean Claude passes on the 3. Mocadlo will take it. That's deep. Rebound goes to DeLeon, who could not connect on the lay-in. Mocadlo, her shot is off target. And we've got a shaken up player, Coach Jesse, furious with official. He thought Diaz was fouled. Wanted a call. But it will be his team's ball with a minute to play here in the quarter. He's still continuing on with that official. Coach Jesse protecting his player. His team up 21-6 with a minute to play here in the first. Lynn is just 2 of 15 from the field, 0 for 5 from three-point territory. 3 turnovers. Tampa, who started out 1 for 4, is now 8 for 13 from the field, including 4 for 4 from three-point land. Thompson with 3 of those, Palmieri the other one. So, excellent first quarter played by the Spartans, who are hoping to even their conference record here today. Lynn is at 2-2. And Lynn blown out of the gym by a very good Florida Southern team. Now this, Coach Hudd certainly respects this Tampa team, but it's a young team. A good opportunity to pick up a victory for Lynn here on their home court, but they have been absolutely stymied on the offensive end. And that has also translated into some defensive lapses. Three-pointer, right side, good. Palmieri 2 for 2. Tampa 5 for 5 from 3. Ortiz, offensive foul. That will go on McCodlow on a illegal screen. Multiple offensive foul called on Lynn. I believe all of the 4 turnovers have been on offensive fouls. So McCodlow heads to the bench. As Coach Hudd just searching for answers here today. Going with Mantilla here. Thompson. Davis mid-post. Throws the ball away and out of bounds. So Tampa, their 4th turnover. That equals Lynn's 4. In for Coach Jesse. This is Jade Thompson. Mantilla. De Leon used the baseline, unable to finish. And that will close out a nightmarish first quarter for Lynn, where they finished 2 of 16 from the field. And end the quarter on a 4 minutes and change drought. So, see if Lynn can turn it around, trailing 24-6 after 1. Palmieri, really solid point guard. That shot is right through, scorching the nets. The Spartans Lennis Diaz, good-looking player. She's got 7. DeLeon, Wentworth, Jean-Claude calling for it. Going up against the big. Nice Euro step from the South Florida kid. So a good start for Lynn as they break the scoring drought just under 5 minutes going back to the first quarter. Going hard right. And well defended by Jean-Claude, but Lynn cannot secure that rebound. So Tampa opened the game 1 for their first 4. They go on to hit 9 of their next 11 field goals. And Spartans are 5 for 5 from three-point territory. 3 from Thompson. Looking for number 4. One a little bit deeper than the other 3. Wentworth wide open triple. Weak side rebound. Tiffin goes up strong and puts it in. See if we can get Katie going because she can score in bunches. Tiffin averaging 10.6 rebounds. Palmieri, high arcer, that's good. Palmieri signals over to the bench. Palmieri's got game, she's got style. 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Jean-Claude quickly to her right. Fades, shoots, no good. Well defended there by Franklin. Wicked crossover by Palmieri. Diaz. Davis. Maya took steps. Mantilla the rebound. Hit ahead to De Leon. Cross court. Wentworth for 3. Ooh. Good activity by Tiffin on the glass. I don't know if there's a breeze off the ocean that's coming through that side door on the Lynn side, but they are well off target. It's become psychological at this point. 4 for 21, 0 for 7 from distance. Tampa collapsing now. They'll dare Lynn to beat him from the outside in a 2-3 zone. McConlow leans in, shoots it up. No, Tiffin, she puts it in from the weak side. Coach Jesse fears he didn't think that touched rim. I believe it did. (29-12) Spartans. So Tiffin a couple of stick backs off of offensive rebounds trying to spark Lynn. Franklin gets deep and then clears out. Good effort defensively, Jean-Claude. Able to get position with her quick feet. Jean-Claude's going to be a terrific player in this conference. Right idea there. Good hands to poke that entry pass away by Pickens. Davis going hard to the hoop. Well defended by Tiffin. Here comes Wentworth leading the attack. Mocadlo. Crossover dribble. Knifes through. Mantilla. Mocadlo looking to get on track. 8 seconds. Jean-Claude. Mantilla will shoot it from 3. Back iron. Long rebound. Wentworth, a fresh 24 Lynn. Wentworth, her shot in and out. That was a good looking release by Wentworth, who's a quality shooter. Was struggling with range here today. Transition three, Tampa, rimming no good from the left-hander Olivia Davis. Tiffin. Mocadlo out of the corner. Tipped out to Lynn. Trinity guided that a little bit. Four seconds. And Tia's pass deflected, so 1 second. Now, Coach Hutt going to go deeper into the bench. He's going to bring in Kennedy Neal. So Lynn looking for some offense, and Neal certainly a solid option with her offensive skills. Hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. And a 5-second violation. Oh, man. Lynn just continues to struggle. 5 of 26 from the field. Turnover number 5. And again, Lynn without an impact freshman in Tessa O'Leary. Certainly a big factor here in this type of game. The lean-in jumper is good by Palmieri. Man, is she good. The Italian just controlling tempo here. Mocadlo for 3, cash. There you go, Trinity. Palmieri with 13 in a battle of 2 of the best point guards in the conference, but Mocadlo finally on the scoreboard with a basket. She does have 4 points, including free throw. That's a tough take. That looks like a take from somebody from the Bronx. Alanis Diaz. Nice bucket. She's got 9. Mocadlo swings it up with the left hand. Jean Glaude over the top. And that will be called on Thompson. Coach Jesse will bring in Oberski, talented freshman out of Fort Myers, who's been impressive in her minutes off of the bench this year. That'll bring us to a media timeout. So the Fighting Knights busting out for 9 points here in the second quarter. After just managing 6 in the first, it is Tampa 33-15 here with about 4 minutes to play in the first half. All right, inbound to Neal for 3. And that well off target. Neal, a very good shooter. Sometimes this becomes contagious. And of course, she is just fresh off the bench. It's tough to get your first touch and deliver that. 4 minutes to play first half. Palmieri. There's Diaz, a long 2. Weak side rebound, Neal. Outlet to Wentworth. Neal for 3, good. No hesitation. Credit the freshman who was off target on that first release. She did not hesitate. Got it, put it up with confidence, and you can see that really solid fundamental release from Kennedy. Find a nice with their second triple of the game. Rebound batted around, and we're going to have a foul on Lynn. So De Leon comes in from Conlo, who picks up her second. So Coach Hudd going to try to protect Trinity here for the final 3 minutes if she can. But certainly dangerous without her. Knifing in, left-hander unable to finish, and somehow that's tapped in. They're going to credit Diaz for the basket. I think Jean Claude got most of that, and inadvertently it just spun into the cylinder. Neal for three. Back iron. That is a good-looking shot. Kennedy Neal got a chance to be a big-time player in this conference. Palmieri, one of those rare point guards who can absolutely dictate tempo. Yeah, there she goes. Unable to knock that down on the one-handed release. Wentworth out of the corner, rimming. No, I don't know how that didn't drop in. Right on target for Wentworth. So Lynn, 2 for 15 from three-point land. Palmieri, gorgeous jump pass on the pick and roll. And the deuce for Pickens. Palmieri, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Tiffin, quick move to her left, pull up. Jay is in. Katie really good at mid-range. 3-level scorer Tiffin is. And she's shooting over 40% from 3 as well. So Lynn starting to build some confidence, some rhythm offensively. Good sign for the Knights. They do trail by 17, though. Palmieri settles for the long 3. Offensive rebound, fresh 20. Palmieri checked by De Leon. Diaz. Wentworth getting a piece of that entry pass for the steal, Tiffin. De Leon, good look here, straight on 3, yes. So the Lynn Fighting Knights bust out for 17 points after a dismal first quarter. And now they get a stop here, can really uplift themselves and go in with some enthusiasm into the locker room. Tampa holding for one, about a 1-second differential. Shot clock, game clock. Palmieri now with 10. Underneath, going up strong. It wouldn't drop. But picking up the foul, headed to the free throw line is Pickens. So Jade Thompson in for defense. 2 free throws for Pickens. Now 3 for 7 from the foul line this season. 6'3" freshman out of Williamstown, West Virginia. Lynn has 3.6 seconds to work with. Wentworth with 3. With 2 is going to heave it up from there. Not a bad attempt. So Lynn building some confidence here. They'll go into the break down by 15. But it was worse. And a little bit of rhythm here for Lynn. And hopefully that will carry over into the second half and the Fighting Knights can make a run. As it stands now, down 38-23. Palmieri leading all scorers with 13 points. Diaz has 11. Mocadlo leads the way with 7 points for Lynn. Wentworth has 4 rebounds, 2 assists, leading in those 2 categories. Katie Tiffin off of the bench, 3 for 3, 6 points, 4 rebounds. We'll be back in approximately 12 minutes with Tampa up 15.
The first 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
We're ready for second half action. So Karishma Ortiz, with the absence of Tessa O'Leary, Coach Hunt has moved Katie Tiffin to the bench. Tiffin and O'Leary have pretty much split that time at the 3. With the absence of Tessa O'Leary here today, Lynn really missing that slasher transition basketball. You know, that's one thing that is a huge factor. 16-footer straight on is good from Franklin to open the second half. But when you're not shooting well, you need a player like that, certainly. And O'Leary really gives Lynn that piece of their attack. You know, hopefully she'll be back soon with what appears to be an ankle sprain. Mocadlo leans in, puts it up short. And the rebound corralled by Palmieri. Palmieri wide open, elects to go into the paint. Rebound Franklin muscling her way, but is tied up in the process by Serena Baker. Tampa by 17 here. They have their opening basket of the third quarter. Led it by 18 points after 1. Mocadlo backs up, shoots the 3, rattles in. So Mocadlo with her second triple, she's hit 2 in a row. Now Trinity heating up, she's got 10. Franklin shoots it off the side of the rim. Ortiz collects the rebound. Baker for 3. That hits the front rim. Serena at about 27% on the season from beyond the arc. She is averaging 6 points, 5 rebounds. Turnover Tampa. That is number 8. Lynn has 7. So opportunity here for the Fighting Knights to chip away. Try to get this into single digits by the fourth quarter. De Leon moves right around the screen, shoots the jumper wide right. De Leon just 1 of 7 from the field here today. She's been very efficient offensively in her freshman season, including 44% from beyond the arc. Davis goes right at it, blocked from behind, but a foul is whistled on Ortiz. So heading to the line to shoot 2. Olivia Davis, 77% free throw shooter. So just the 6th free throw shot of the game. Tampa 2 for 3, Lynn 2 for 2. Davis, 77% free throw shooter, averaging 9 points a game. Spartans back up by 16. Ortiz spinning right, puts it up and in off of the glass. Nice take by Karishma Ortiz, the 5'8" sophomore out of Orlando. She's an efficient player, shot it about 45% last season in limited action. Franklin goes to the left hand. That's a nice move by the 6'3" junior from Edmond, Oklahoma. Wentworth drives in, interior feed, picked up by Baker. Mocadlo muscles it up, no good, rebounded Davis. Bumped in the backcourt, good thing they didn't call that, that would have been Trinity's 3rd. Out of the quarter, Thompson front rimmed it. Thompson hit her first 3 trays. She's missed her last 2 attempts. Good cut by De Leon. Baker, three-pointer bucket. So Baker, her first basket. And Fighting Knights within 13. That's as close as they've been since early in the first, excuse me. Palmieri around a screen. Pull-up jumper is good. Georgia Palmieri, fun player to watch. She's got 15. Palmieri got a piece of that dribble. Poked it away for the theft. Palmieri around a double high screen. Baker goes to the left hand. Well defended by Baker, against Franklin. Baker looking for two in a row. That grazes the front rim. Five minutes to play third quarter. Thompson moving left. Diaz wants it in the post. Jump stop, puts it up, in and out. Rebound Wentworth. Mocandlo looking to attack. Wentworth in the post, banked it in. Wentworth with her first basket. She has 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 assists. Good anticipation and steal by Mocandlo. Trinity looking run as Wentworth to her right, finds her, transition 3. Bounces over the backboard. Tiffin, Jean Glaude in for Baker and Ortiz. And that will take us to third quarter media timeout, 46-33, Tampa. Out of the media timeout, Tampa basketball up by 13. Pickens. Davis quickly to her left, slashing, puts it up short. Rebound Jean Glaude. Mocandlo searching for an advantage. What a crossover that was. Everything but the finish. Nice move by Trinity. Pickens turns to face, backing down. And Jean Glaude got caught reaching. Coach Chessie calling Jade Thompson over. This is part of his challenge with his young group with 10 freshmen and sophomore. There'll be some sleepless moments for Coach Jesse, but he said he does enjoy working and teaching all these young players. Tampa 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Lynn 2 of 2. Mary didn't not get much of a break. She's back in already. So Pickens hits 1 of 2. The lead is 14. Tiffin, threw it right into the bench. So Fighting Heights commit their 9th turnover. That equals Tampa's output. Palmieri so quick with the ball, but so composed. Pickens doubled. Diaz straight on 16-footer, drains it. You don't want to give her that. I mean, you're going to challenge her to beat you from 3. De Leon, gorgeous hook pass to the cutting Tiffin. Katie now 4 for 4 from the field. Set up by a nice move by De Leon. Here's Diaz. Got to put a hand in her face. Pickens with the left hand. Impressive by Faith, just a freshman. Tampa back out on top by 16 in traffic. Tiffin ran into 6'3" Pickens. Palmieri working off her dribble. Spartans up by 16. Pickens rejected by Tiffin. Outlet to McCodlow. De Leon caught off, goes back, and unable to create an angle there for that shot. After a nice attack to the basket. Davis 4-3, rimming in. Tampa has had a couple of rolls in their favor. Lynn has not here today. Frustrating shooting day for Lynn. 29% for the field, 23% from beyond the arc. De Leon for 3, cash. So De Leon, her second triple. She's got 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. 40 seconds remain in the third. Palmieri against McCodlow. Terrific matchup here. McCodlow worked through that pick and contests this jumper and gets called for a foul. Ooh, that's tough. And that is number 3 on McCodlow. I thought McCodlow went straight up to contest. But Palmieri did not have room to land on the follow-through. So I think that is the reason that the call was made. You do want to protect the shooter there. The defender, too many times see the defender sliding underneath, causing an injury. Particularly, you land on that defender's foot. Some serious ankle sprains. 20 seconds. Mantilla. De Leon's pass deflected and stolen. Spartans come out of the pack with plenty of time, 8 seconds. Underneath, wide open, and sticking it in is Franklin. So the turnover turns into a pick 2 for Tampa, so rather than get the final possession, a 4-point swing potentially there to close out the third quarter as the Spartans now lead by 20 after 3 from Lynn. Spartans ball to begin the fourth quarter. Coach Jesse's team up by 20. They have led throughout. Diaz settles for the jumper, in and out. Rebound battled for, picked up by Wentworth. Kennedy Neal back out on court for Lynn. Going hard to the hoop, controlling and scoring Jean Claude. Solid take by the freshman. Jean Claude has got 4 points, 4 rebounds. Emily's averaging 6 a game. Diaz bounce pass deflected. Great hustle by Jean Claude. Mantilla looking to run. Finds Neal. Jean Claude can shoot it. Wentworth. Nice cut by Emily. Banked it up, no good. But good basketball there by Lynn. Out of the corner of the Spartans, drain another 3. And that is Thompson. Her 4th of the game. She hit her first 3 triples, 4 of 6 from out there. 12 points, 4 rebounds. Good ball movement on the perimeter. They get to Jean Claude in the post. Little step through and lays it up and in. Sweet take by Jean Claude. The future certainly bright. You got players out there like Neal, Jean Claude. You think of Tessa O'Leary. Tiffin's just a sophomore. Step back, deuce, mid-range jumper is in from Palmieri. Doing it all is the Italian. 19 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Out of the corner, Wentworth. And here they come. Palmieri. Now we'll get into a set here with her team up 21. And a foul will send Franklin to the line to shoot 2. So Jean Glaude will depart. Francis coming on. McConlough back for Mantilla. You talk about the youth movement here by Coach Hott and this team. Angelina De Leon. Looks like she was pretty much, I know it's early, but definitely looks like an all-conference freshman team player. Lynn also has another player that we haven't seen yet this year in Hardison, who was Jean Glaude's teammate. Hardison at Miami Senior. I was talking to Coach Price, and he tells me that she can really play point guard. Pull-up jumper, Neal rimming just off. Good take by Kennedy there. But we're hoping to see Hardison soon. She's been out in the concussion protocol. Palmieri, pull up Jay from 15 is in. Doing it all, Palmieri. Having a day, 21 points. McConlough answers with a triple. A battle of two of the best point guards in the nation at this level. McConlough's got 13. Hasn't shot it quite up to her par here today, but she'll continue to fight and make an impact. And that is Trinity's fourth. With 6:20 to play, Coach Hott can leave her on the court if she elects to. Looks like she is going to go to the bench. Franklin leans in, creates space, and scores with the left. She is a good post-up player. In transition, Neal for three, front rim. Tampa, that is their strength. Coach Jesse says very efficient, excellent back to the basket player, anchor to their team. Davis, shot blocked by McConlough, and if that's on Trinity, she's done. One of those games for McConlough, who should be an all-conference player this season at the SSC, but it was just the fouls seemed to find you somehow. A frustrating afternoon for Trinity. She still contributes 13 points, a steal, and an assist. Tampa now 9, let's make that 10 of 12 from the free throw line. Lynn just 2 of 2. And one of the things that Coach Hott pointed out was she would like her team to be aggressive and get to the foul line. That has not happened. They're 7 of 25 from the three-point land, have only been to the foul line twice. That shot off target from De Leon. Lynn has the ability to slash, but one of their best slashers, maybe their best slasher, is Tessa O'Leary, unavailable here today. Lynn does not possess that low post presence like the Spartans do with Franklin and even Pickens, their backup. So they don't hit their outside shots. 28% from three-point land is not going to cut it. They come in shooting 30% from three, so not far off really, but Coach Hott wants that up around 35%. And if you're shooting 28% from downtown and you take 25 shots, that's a tough way to win a game. Media timeout here in the fourth, 71-45 Tampa. Shot rejected by Franklin. Ortiz picks it up, saves the possession. Wentworth from downtown. That's what Hannah has to do. She's got to move back a little bit and shoot it from New Zealand. So Wentworth with her first tray. She's got 5.6 rebounds. Franklin turns, mid-range jumper is in. So Franklin continues to impress. 6 of 10 from the field, 4 rebounds. Wentworth going for her second. There it is. So Hannah finding the range, 2 triples. She's got 8 points. Wentworth shot at 40% from three-point territory for Ackert. It comes into the action at 27% this season. That jumper no good. Rebounded by Neal. Off the miss from Oberski. Francis down to Ortiz. Pick and roll. Francis puts it in and draws the foul. Solid minutes off of the bench from Francis. 4 points, couple rebounds. And Milana now to the free throw line. 6'2" junior from Port Orange, Florida. Tampa by 20 with 3 minutes to play. Mary, the speedy point guard, but she's able to slow it when Coach Jesse wants. She has controlled the tempo all game long, sets up the pick and roll beautifully. Franklin thought she was fouled. De Leon for 3, front rim. Palmieri there with her 6th rebound to accompany 6 assists and 21 points. She has been dominant here today in controlling the pace of the game and statistically. Franklin gets the edge, draws the foul. They don't call it. And Franklin, she's having a tough game with the officials. She's had a couple calls go against her, hasn't had many go for her. She does have 14 points, 5 rebounds. Thompson tried to beat the shot clock. Ortiz, a solid defender, got a piece of the desperation attack. Friday night's men's team getting loose over there. Wentworth goes to the rim. Does not drop. Under 2 minutes to play now. Coach Jesse's going to go deeper into the bench here with this game comfortably in hand. Minute and a half to play. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Palmieri will go now. We got a cheap reach-in foul called. Coming back in for Coach Jesse will be Pickens and Oberski. So Davis and Franklin depart. Also coming back will be Jade Thompson, along with Mengel. So Noel Mengel, I should say Mangel coming in. So Palmieri, her day is done. Thompson also, as Tampa can sit back and enjoy the men's game after a impressive road win here today. Oberski to the hole, and she nails it. Oberski, one of the impressive freshmen here for Coach Jesse. Wentworth pulls up and drains it from the mid-range, so Wentworth finishes strong here today with a quick 8 points late in the game. She's got 10 total, 7 rebounds and 4 assists, 2 steals as well for the New Zealander. Oberski, her jumper side of the rim, rebounded by Wentworth. Neal takes it into the lane. She thought she got fouled. Good effort here. Kennedy able to salvage it. Wentworth hooks that up short. And Tampa will dribble this out. DeLeon's going to be aggressive defensively, but Jay Thompson can just wind down the clock, and now that'll do it as the two teams will shake hands. Go over some totals for you. Diaz, very impressive with 13.6 rebounds on 6 of 9 shooting. Pickens finishes with 6 points. Oberski with 2. Palmieri, 21.6 assists, 6 rebounds. Davis with 7 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. And Thompson, 4 triples, 12 points, 5 rebounds. Franklin with 14 and 5. Pickens with 6, and Lynn, DeLeon had 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Ortiz with a basket, 3 rebounds. Wentworth with 10 points, 8 rebounds. Baker with 3. Mokadlo with 13. Kennedy Neal had a triple. Tiffin 4 for 5 off of the bench with 8 points, 5 rebounds. Jean Claude was 6 points, 4 rebounds. Alana Francis, 4 points off of the bench as well. We'll see if Coach Hudd is going to come up for a quick word. But all Tampa, disappointing game here today. I mean, the Florida Southern, they came in here and whooped up on Lynn pretty well. They played a near perfect game, and I could guess you could say that about a younger Tampa team who had come into the game 5-5, 1-2 in conference, and just 1-3 away from home. So this is more of a disappointing loss than the Mocs, who had come in winners of 8 straight. Not taking anything away from Tampa. They played a terrific game under head coach Jesse. They will be a good team, a young team. But certainly disappointing here today for Lynn as they drop to 7-4, 2-3 in conference, 3-3 here at home as they will prepare for their Holiday Classic weekend tournament, which will take place Saturday and Sunday here at the DeHornley Center. I think Coach Hudd has gone into the locker room, so we can let her do that and cancel the post-game press conference here. All Tampa, 20-point victory. Coach Jesse and his team impressive. We'll have the men's game coming your way. This should be a fun track meet to watch coming your way in approximately 25 minutes from lovely Lynn University.